Hi.
How are you?
Good, thanks. How are you doing?
I'm also fine, thank you. Can't believe the weekend's passed. It
Yes,
went so
definitely.
fast.
Flew by.
Yes, yes, it did. I just want to say welcome to everybody that's watching us live and then also going to do the re-stream. We want to just thank you for the support and everything. And then we also would just want to say, sorry, it's just Yolani and me today. And we are not going to do a long stream because yes, everything is open on our side, but we just have not done anything yet to put on our stream for you guys. But hopefully the next weekend we will be able to go and do something. So Yolandi, how was your week? But Yolandi, before we talk about how was your week, we would like you to
Yes.
like and subscribe and ring the bell.
Yes.
So you can subscribe to our channel. And then we also have a email address if you want to send us an email on motlymix2020@gmail.com, Instagram at underscore the underscore motlymix underscore mix2020. So, and you can follow us on Facebook. You can also
Yes.
follow us on Facebook. So, Yolandi, how's it been? We haven't spoken the whole week. We stay in
Yes.
the same city and we haven't even spoken to each other for the whole week. So
It's
busy at school.
absolutely horrible to think, but that is unfortunately how most weeks go. And we do spend most of our weekends together. This week, I think all of us made a point of being calm at home and just taking a big, relaxing break from everything and everyone.
Yeah.
But yeah, the week was busy. It was I think if I'm not mistaken, it's the first full week that we've had in 3 weeks, almost in a month, that
Yeah.
we worked full week without any holidays. So it's quite a tiring experience from having half weeks work to going back to a full week's work after a month. But we're grateful that we're working and back to normal, and everything is calming down on our side. So especially this week with all the kids and starting all the wedding planning. Well, we have started the wedding planning a while ago already, but doing some final adjustments and all the stuff like table seatings and you name it. Everything is started to fall in place now. So it's hard work. It's difficult planning a wedding if you don't live in the country, or what, 120,000 kilometers or 12,000 kilometers away from where you're getting married. But
Yep.
it's going okay. We're doing our best and working hard to get everything ready.
Yes, it all
how's,
falling in
how's it
place.
been with you this week?
Well, also busy week. We are busy at school. Students are starting exams next week, Kumai exams. And then the week after that, they are doing the English exams. And then a week and then school closes for 2 weeks. I can't believe that this year is nearing its end. I mean, we're on the end of November.
Yes.
Felt like just the other day when we started the new school year for the students, because the school year in Cambodia starts in August. So yeah, it's quite busy at school trying to get through all your units before the midterm exams, because when we have midterm exams and then we have only a week and then we have school break for 2 weeks and then the students come back. And then after that, not long, and then we'll do final exams for second term. So yeah, no, it's quite busy. And also the students at school, there's students online still. And then there are students at school. Most of the students are at school, which is actually very nice because it's so much nicer to have them in class than on Zoom. You can actually assist them better. So I prefer them in class. But otherwise, everything is actually going well with Andre and myself and our little doggies, our babies. So nothing to complain about. And we also do not have such hot weather at the moment. I am just
Yes.
absolutely in love with the weather we're
Oh,
having at the moment in Cambodia. Because if I can remember correctly, I read in the Khmer times that they say we are going from about the 3rd of December. We will have quite cold weather because of weather coming from Siberia side, something like that. But I don't care where it comes from as long as it goes.
Yes,
Well,
I think especially for us being here for 3 years and not being able to experience cooler weather
yes.
like that we have now, because like usually it's so hot outside, and even if it's not hot in degrees, it's very like thick and humid, which makes it like very hot as well. So like having the cold breeze, the wind is actually cold. Having the breeze that's cooled down, and it's actually good and fun to be outside instead of having to complain of all the heat.
Yeah, I think we've climatized a little bit, getting used to the heat. So the cool weather might affect some people, not me yet. I really enjoy it. But if it does get colder, because they said they even spoke about 15 degrees. It can go as
15.
low, it can go as low as 15 degrees.
Oh, we're gonna die.
I'm gonna have to invest in a jacket or something. I do not own anything with long sleeves. What am I
I
going to
actually,
do?
I actually, in 3 years that we've been in Cambodia, I've actually had to wear a jacket once, and that was around 6 o'clock in the morning,
Yes.
1.5 years ago, I think. So it was the only and literally the only time that I actually wore a jacket because I was cold, and at that time it was 24 degrees.
No, no.
So I think if Cambodia reaches the degrees or the Celsius that they think they are going to reach, we are going to freeze in here. And it sounds quite terrible saying it's 15 degrees and it's going to be so cold, but I mean, I think for people living in Cambodia or that has experienced the heat in Cambodia knows exactly what we're talking about. There's no winter in Cambodia. You've got heat all year around, and if it's
Correct.
cool, if you talk about a normal day that's cooler, you talk about 29 to 30 degrees. So having a temperature drop to half of what it is on a cooler day, it's going to be quite a scene to see in Cambodia.
Well, everybody's already coming with long sleeve tops and little jackets and everything to school. And the one teacher said to me, it's quite cold outside. I'm like, what are you talking about? He says, no, it's really cold outside. I said, nope, it's not. It's absolutely wonderful.
Yes.
But for me, it is wonderful because I am struggling with the heat. So I love this weather. It can
It's
stay. I have no problem with this weather.
it's
But
great to have this weather without having to use the aircon.
yeah, it's just sad to hear that there is now a new variant in South Africa again. They're talking about the new variant of COVID. So I feel sorry for the people that plan to go home for the holidays to go and see their families, because I think you mentioned that we can't fly in and out of South Africa at the moment.
Yes.
Well, I
Um,
spoke.
yeah, so Emirates made the announcement that they keep a hold on your ticket so that you can fly after everything is over again. But unfortunately, all flights in and out of South Africa through Emirates has been cancelled.
Cancelled.
Or
Well,
not cancelled, but postponed.
yeah,
Postponed.
the USA
So,
also nobody can fly to
in
the
and out.
USA from
Yeah.
South Africa. And I spoke to my sister this morning, and she lives in Australia. Even Australia, well, they say you can go to South Africa, but you are not allowed to come back.
Come back. Yes. I think
So
that's
they've also
that's like
stopped. Yeah, it's
the
sad.
main
It's
thing.
really
But
sad.
I do believe if everyone participates and helps, it will blow over.
Yes,
I think
but I listened. We Andre sometimes put his phone on the South African radio station Jacaranda, and I listened to them, and they said the variant actually is not from South Africa; it's from Botswana. But
yes.
the guy went to South Africa, and they detect that it's a new variant. So we say it's from South Africa. There's a new variant in South Africa. Yes, there is, but it isn't originated from
In
South
South
Africa.
Africa.
Is from Botswana that came into South Africa. So which is a pity.
Yeah, also
They-
the flights also mentioned that they stopped Zambia, and I think it was Zimbabwe and Zambia as well. Not only South Africa, but the
Yeah,
two
well,
countries,
there's a
bordering
few
countries as
as
well.
African countries up from South Africa that also got themselves into this pickle. So yes, well, let's not wait and
Yes,
see. I don't know. Like I said, I just feel sorry for the people that plan to go home to go and visit their relatives because some
yes,
of them
because like
haven't seen their families for years. So
especially in Cambodia, there's been people that was planning on going back home, and plane tickets were bought and everything already, and now they can't go home for Christmas and do what they need to do. And I think it really like impacts them. Like a lot of them, they don't mind staying in Cambodia a little while more. It's
yes,
just like a lot of traveling plans and stuff that's been postponed, and all the arrangement that's been made, and it's really sad to see that after everything was settling down here, that South Africa is still struggling.
yes. But then again, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to be the one to say it all the time, but get yourself vaccinated.
Yes.
I mean, we listened to the New Zealand Prime Minister. I think it was from New Zealand, the lady from New Zealand. And she said straight out, people that are still sick in the hospitals with COVID are people that are not vaccinated. We're all sitting here. I had 3 boosters. You had 3 boosters. And nothing happened to us. We're still all alive, well and alive. So really, I mean, I just do not understand how people think that way. Really, I don't.
Oh,
It's
my
for
cousin,
everybody's own best.
my,
That's the only way. In my mind, I'm not a scientist or anything like that, but in my mind, I think if everybody can just get onto that wagon and get themselves vaccinated, this will slowly get to a point. But it doesn't because it keeps on sticking its head out because of people getting sick of it. And then
yes.
that's how new variants come stick its head out. I mean, I don't know.
I mean, my cousin didn't even have the chance to get vaccinated because after she tested positive the previous time, you have to wait, like I think it's 3 months or something before you are able to get vaccinated. And before she got her vaccination, she caught COVID again, and she tested in this week, tested positive for COVID again. And
Yeah,
it's the second time that she has it, and she's not able to go and get vaccinated because of the fact that it spread it so fast that before she was safe to get vaccinated, she got infected.
yeah. That we Andre also have a friend that can't go back get vaccinated because he also had the COVID, so you have to wait, and that's the risk people are. That's the risk people are taking at the moment that have not been vaccinated, that had the COVID already to get it again, and people that aren't vaccinated, they will get it before people that are vaccinated. It is just a fact. But in any case, that's my opinion. It's just my opinion. I just don't understand. I do not understand the logic around it. Really, I
I
don't.
think I think for us it's very different because we look from another country where it's a positive thing, where being vaccinated is on everyone's minds, and it's everyone's talking about vaccination in a positive aspect. And the people here want to get vaccinated. I mean, more than 70% of the entire population has been vaccinated
Up to
and has
5 years
received,
old.
yeah, up to 5 years old. So it's literally just the small kids and a small little handful of adults that haven't been vaccinated. And looking back at, especially seeing on social media what's going on in South Africa, and I understand everyone has their own opinions and everyone has their own things to say and their own videos to make and their own comments to leave. But for me, looking from a country where everyone is positive about it, where everyone wants to make a difference and everyone wants the country and people to be safe and get back to normal, it's harder for us seeing that our families and parents live in a country where the people don't support each other either way. Like mostly on social media, you see vaccinated people ganging up against non-vaccinated people or vice versa. And I think that for us looking from the outside, it makes it even worse because we're not there, but we see it on social media. We see what's going on, and we talk to our families, and it's scary because our families are the ones who's in the middle of all of that, all
Yeah.
vaccinated, but still not 100% safe due to, for instance, the new variant that
Yeah,
came out.
but it's also it's not just South Africa. It's all over the
No,
world.
not at all.
Even my sister says in Australia there are these people, groups of people that forever protest against vaccination. So
Vaccinations.
it's just I don't know.
I saw a post on Facebook earlier this weekend. I think it was yesterday, where it's like an animated picture, and then it's on a mountain, and then the guy is standing on the side of the mountain, and then there's a injection or a vaccination injection in the middle, forming the bridge, and then my job on the other side, and then people say, "How can people live like this, and this is not fair," and da 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 da, showing that you have to get vaccinated to get to your job.
Yeah.
And for me, I see it as, even though it's a free country means your employer has the free will to refuse you to work if you're not vaccinated, or vice versa. It's all.
I know, but I just think that yes, they have the freedom of speech and they have the right not to get vaccinated. So the people that are vaccinated also have the freedom of speech and have the right to kick against it, if you know what I'm saying.
Yes.
It's you can't have your slice of bread buttered on both sides if you don't want to get vaccinated.
And especially like for us being teachers, a teacher is like, to me, I personally feel like a teacher needs to be vaccinated because you deal with small children, and if you get COVID and you're in a school aspect and you come in contact with so many children, the chances for them are a lot less for them than it is for you, because they can be very small, and like rather be safe for yourself and the people around you than being the reason for something happening.
Yes, the thing is, we as teachers are responsible. We're supposed to be responsible and being responsible for those children. And we can't just think of ourselves, because you have to think of all 21 or 15 students in your class.
Not
You
even
can't
in
just
your
think of
class,
yourself.
in
You
the
can't just-
entire school.
Exactly. And the thing
It's
is,
1,000 kids.
yes, if you don't want to get vaccinated, but you want to go and teach, well,
How can you
how can you go into a school where you're not not vaccinated, and you want to go and do your job?
Yeah, that's one thing that I do like about the regulations that Cambodia has set in regards to vaccination.
Yes.
Showing vaccination cards before going into shopping centers, showing vaccination cards before going into a movie or whatever the case.
They even take your temperature, right? Yeah, even your temperature gets taken right there.
And
then
even
you
if-
can't go in if you don't have a vaccination.
The fact that you're vaccinated, it doesn't mean because you're vaccinated, you don't need to scan into the COVID system. You don't need to scan into or scan temperature. Even with your card, you still need to do all of that, because for them, it's easier to be, not that you have COVID. I'm fully vaccinated. I don't have COVID. I'm negative. I mean, we test twice a week. I think you guys test once a week as well, if I'm not mistaken. So, I mean, we're not positive for COVID, but still, if something happens and it comes to the part where someone in the store got tested positive for COVID, in the time that you were there, they can monitor it, they can inform you immediately, you can take the precautions, make sure you're safe. And for me, it's like a very positive thing, because it makes me feel safer in Cambodia because of the precautions that they have and because of the strict policies that they have, because I know that I'm going to be safe no matter where I go.
It is not comfortable for everybody, but at the end of the day, you're going to say thank you because of everybody trying to prevent this. And yes, like you say, by scanning in, they have your details. So if a case does arise in the period that you might have been in the into the shopping mall or wherever you went, you will be notified, and they know where to get hold of you if if people need to be tested or quarantined and things like that. It's just to keep everybody safe. It's not to be spiteful. I don't know why people think it's to be spiteful, because it's not. It's just the mentality of that thinking doesn't make sense to me, because it's nothing to do with about being spiteful. It's all to do about keeping people safe.
Yes. Right? That's exactly how I see it as well. And
yeah,
I think I'm not going against people that does not want to get vaccinated. Like we said, it's your own opinion about the vaccinations. For me personally, I just also feel more safe being vaccinated. I feel more safe being around people that's been vaccinated. We know that we are safe. Yes. And I think that is what makes all the difference in the world. And I mean, looking at Cambodia's numbers, we've got some of the lowest numbers in most of the countries.
Yes.
I mean, if we look at the amount of our infection rate from the beginning until now, in total, we are less than some countries reach per day.
Yeah.
And I think we are truly blessed if we talk about how the situation of COVID is being handled where we live now.
Yes, and we were fortunate. We haven't paid for one vaccination.
Yes.
The government arranged for everybody to get vaccinated. They used schools and clinics and things, and they put people there, and you could just go and get your vaccination. We didn't pay for one vaccination, which we are very blessed.
I mean, they put all the effort in to even change the temples into sterilized vaccination halls. Like, they really put in a lot of effort in regards to that.
Yeah, but that is our opinion. I think, Elandi, we are now not going to rub it into people's faces too much anymore. It's just I just sometimes feel we need to also have our say. Because, as I said, just as people that doesn't want to get vaccinated have their own opinion and their own rights, so do people that do get vaccinated.
Yes.
We also have a right to say what we feel and how we see it, and also our rights. We have just as much rights as people that doesn't want to get vaccinated. So, yes, but I don't think we're going to drag this any longer, because otherwise we're going to just end up talking a whole lot of nonsense, and we don't want to do that.
And we want to stay positive and happy. It's almost the Christmas season coming up. 3 days and the Christmas trees will start popping up everywhere. I mean, some of the places are already been decorated for Christmas. Shopping centers and stuff already had their decorations up. But like, for us, it's exciting. We're putting our Christmas tree back up on the 1st.
The only thing everybody should always remember is why we celebrate Christmas.
Yes.
Not for the gifts and the glitter and the bling.
It's
and
time for us. We see it as it's family time, where you spend time with your loved ones. Even something symbolic like setting up the tree, it's something that you do with your family or whoever is with you, your loved ones around you. It's spending time with them and getting close to them and knowing the meaning behind the actual reason for Christmas, and just embracing the festivity and embracing our beliefs. And I think I'm excited for this month. After 2 very, very, very hard years, well, almost 2 due to COVID, I think this year's Christmas is going to be a big breath taking experience for us, as we can go and see places again. We can go look at decorations, go look at people gathering, and be with our loved ones without having a worry about setting foot out of the house. So
Yes, for sure. Well, that's all from us today, I think. Ilandi, anything else from your side?
no, I think today was a general nice chat. Please, guys, remember to like and subscribe. Tell us what you want to see, what you don't want to see, what you like, what you don't like. That's the only way we get to improve. We are all still barely new at this, so please send us an email, comment, whatever you feel most comfortable with, and it will help us to not only grow the channel, but to get a little bit more out there into the world about what we share and our thoughts and our way of living in a different country.
Yes, I agree with you 100%. And also just always stay safe, wear your masks. Nobody likes the mask. I hate it. But you know what? I wear it.
Yes.
It's to keep you safe and to keep everybody around you safe. That's the only reason we wear those masks, is for each other. And we have to think of our fellow citizens as well. So you doesn't help you kick against it. It is what it is. We are in this pandemic, and it is not as bad as when it started, but it is still around. So I think everybody should just keep safe and respect each other. So
Yes.
I want to just say thank you very much for watching, and please enjoy your week that lies ahead. I'm sure we will as well. And Yolandi, send regards to Niels, and we will see you guys next weekend. Thank you
Yes.
for watching.
Thank you. Bye bye.